Yes, I'd agree. I'd agree. Void for sure. I was also kind of a bit flabbergasted. You know,
It's also Nico Baby's here. Like, have you seen Nico play CK? Have you seen him play Void?
You seen him play Slark though?
Hey, actually, he's a shark, right?
He's a shark. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I can't like get this out of my head. What was it? Mineski that he was playing on when he got scouted
Oh
the first time? It
wow.
was an
Yeah,
SCA team,
I think you're
right?
right. I think you're right.
And it just this ridiculously incredible Void performance, and everyone's like, "Oh, Void's not the high skill here, like Chrono's super easy to land." And Nick Kobe's like, "Hold my beer," and he showed you that Void is the hardest carry to play, and that a good Void compared to a mediocre Void is like there's no color between them. He's such a good Void, honestly. It's crazy, and also his style got buffed because Nick Kobe was not that great at the Void that like fights constantly, the time walk Void and like time dilation and everything. He was just really good at setting crowd. It was one of his skills. He always knew when to use it, when to commit to it, and when to use the chrono. And that Void got heavy buffs this patch, like probably the biggest buffs this patch. So, attack speed and Chronosphere is honestly no joke. Chronosphere cooldown reduced as well, pretty big deal. Like there's some really interesting things for the Void that fights around Chrono, which is why when I saw the Snapfire, I'm like, all right, they're probably using a Void trap.
Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind as well, right? Or like a Naga, even Naga, you know, is more disruptor. But yeah, no, I agree with you, Avo. I was also a bit shocked. Maybe Team Empire.
I'm just pointing out that I think this draft is good for Alliance. I'm not trying to.
I agree.
Keep harping on Empire.
I agree. I agree because you know I look at this Empire lineup and I go, well, nothing really annoys the Void too much in a Chronosphere, especially because we've already kind of covered his weaknesses quite nicely with both the S4 Beastmaster and of course the Tiny Middle, which will be able to jump any heroes not found in the Chronosphere and pretty much kill them. Lena, pretty easy kill until BKB comes through. Squirrel, you know, very funny. Of course, she's going to die. Yeah.
I mean, they might just kill her. Like, sometimes Mortimer's kisses, she'll miss her kisses, and he'll hit her in the trees, and then she dies by accident. It's gonna happen. And I like that FNG's not gonna be going for the little Shredder build, but the classic Scatter Blast plus Fire Slap Cookie build. Magical damage is what you need this game, so this is the right choice.
Plenty of sparring down bottom between wolves and boars. Camels and even cockroaches down here. It's really like all the jungle and desert critters came out to play here.
Yep. The only thing that's not great is that you don't have the Chakra Magic synergy for the Kato, for Alliance's draft, that's true. But on the other hand, you have really good Illuminate synergy, something we don't usually touch on, but it's true. And they got heavy buffs, like Primal Roar with Illuminate's great. Illuminate, honestly, on Tiny Toss Avalanche is pretty legitimate.
Yep.
Obviously, Illuminate into Chrono. They have a lot of combos there. Oh, Vanscore struggling to return that.
He is, I think.
It's the age is starting to show.
Oh, goodness. A little bit of
Obviously
lag.
joking, guys. A reference to Ramsey's calling out Vanscore for being too old to play Dota any longer. And then Vanscore proceeded to beat him in the close qualifiers. And we're tweeting that tweet.
Let me go ahead and also do a little bit of throwback back to the Animator. One of my most favorite moments of the entire major when Nico Baby missed a Chronosphere and then immediately paused and said lag.
Is that true?
Yeah. And then of course they laughed because they knew it was funny, but they were probably actually lagging, of course, right? Especially at that. I don't think you just pause willy-nilly. But very, very funny. Completely whiffed a Chronosphere. I know this goes back on everything. Oh, he's so great with this Chronos on Mineski. But that was very fun. It happens. It does. It happens to the best of us. And as you claim, for Faceless Void players, definitely Nico Baby, one of the better ones out there.
Alright, so today we're going to see the rush to see who can get a Helm earlier. I think Helm of the Overlord is actually really good on Lycan too, so it's a legitimate build. I don't think you need to necessarily go for the armor build. I actually like this idea by Smiling Knight because the Vlad's is so good on Lycan. And because with the Helm you actually farm a bit faster and take towers faster, obviously, you can then turn that into the Armlet Echo Saber if you want to. Or just straight into the Echo Saber BKB. They have a lot of versatility on Lycan.
I really like the Vlad's aura being implemented there. So there we go, Vanscore able to get the Reflect off onto Hanskin, who will then be taking a bit of damage thanks to the Wolves. More than a bit. Not a whole lot of armor on the Coddle. As they even forced the deny onto the Boars. But what I was saying is, Lycan, good strength gain, 3.4, very respectable. But I think he really shines with that Armlet active. So I feel like because of the, 15% damage boost on the Vlad's aura, would really like to see him still go plenty of stats, because that just feels beautiful. Oh, great pushback top lane, though.
Yeah, wow. I was going to say, like, people are starting to say that Hoodwink is not that good, because that nerf to pushback is quite a big deal, but hold my beer, that's pretty good. I mean, obviously now the problem with the Hoodlink is that if you hit Bushwhack, if they cut your tree immediately, you don't deal the damage either. So it's just kind of a useless ability if they are good at cutting trees. But that means that someone just has to be a dedicated tree cutter, which you don't have a Timber Saw. It's not that easy this game.
Poor Tinies, man. That was a great toss combo, and had we not been in such a bottle-rich meta, such a regen-rich meta, might have been a kill, but the press kit can just kind of tank right through it. He's going to at least win a bounty rune out from this exchange, so it's, you know, not completely a waste or anything like that, but just feels like Tiny's got to do a lot more to win this matchup these days compared to Alina.
Denied.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, Tiny's really good against Lina in the mid game, so I think that's where Limp is getting from.
Okay.
But Limp is also a player that's really used to winning his lane, right? Like that's what is the Limp standard is. I play Viper. I used to play. He played Dazzle mid, right, when he was like a lane dominator. I like to see that back, by the way. But you know, that's his style. He wins his lane. He snowballs from there. So maybe that's also part of what the idea here was. Even if his mid game is good, you punish them because he's not going to have that good start.
I'd like to see a Dazzle back as well, personally. Kind of a fun hero to watch.
He was a very good Dazzle player. Limp.
Last time
Limp
we really
and Leo style are my favorite Dazzle players in the game.
correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time we really saw Dazzle was back when everyone was buying Necro casually.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then some people were like, maybe Dazzle works with this, and like, nah, going back to Beastmaster.
Yeah,
Why not even try this?
pretty much, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Dazzle works very differently now. He's back to the old mid laner as opposed to being a pressure mid laner. I'm gonna buy a bunch of auras, you know, and just farm like crazy, as opposed to the I'm gonna push your towers with start.
So wolves are better than boars, it would appear, at least
Yes.
when the illuminates don't connect.
Wolves are definitely better than boars, yes. I mean, have you ever seen like a boar and a wolf like fight it out?
Yeah, it's called Game of Thrones.
Oh, right. Right, but I actually meant it like in real life. Like,
But, very
the
bad
boar
in
stands no chance, honestly. Like, the boar can be one wolf, but when there's two wolves, no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright.
But if you find boars outside, they're scarier than wolves in my opinion.
There we go. There we go. More zoology facts with Abo Seiyu. He's in a bit of trouble, gets off the acorn shot, doesn't get a second bounce on over to FNG, as Nico Baby also doesn't really find a whole lot of time locks either. We'll find one on Shotchlo on the way out, but he was there for the kill onto the squirrel, and mission accomplished. Big ol' CS lead right now for Depressed Kid in the mid lane. He's up 11. The Nye's only by 2, as he's going to have to run all the way home, so he has at least been whittled down a bit by Limp, who will finally grow at level 6 and get a bit more armor. Now he really doesn't really care for Lina.
Yep. This is big because obviously, I mean, the press kid's a great Lina, so he's going to start like creating space all over the map. Tiny usually takes a bit longer because you need the Blink Dagger, so Lina doesn't really need anything. I mean, she will farm Travel Boots because she can, but she doesn't have to. She could rotate early if she wanted to. As she now fights for the room, Limp gets the avalanche off, and it is there, but I didn't see it because it looked like struck array. The press kid got confused. I think the biggest concern, though, if I was Alliance, is that Lycan is destroying his lane, and the Helm Wars, he's going to get his earlier than the Beastmaster.
He is, yeah. In fact, I think it's on the way, isn't it? Yeah,
Yep,
there
the
it
Helm
is.
is already here, and he's starting to build his Vlad as well.
All right, well, this camp is
We're
blocked.
back to bootless Lycan.
We are, yeah. It's wild, right? It's been a while since I feel like we've saw well, really, it's been a while since we've seen Lycan overall. But if you're an Empire fan, it hasn't been too long, but it's always been power treads into the build. But no, straight into the Vlad, straight into the Helm of the Overlord. Top lane, one might be skirmishing as Limp trying to rotate top lane for Seiyu. They're going to just barely scratch him here with the Scatter Blast. Unfortunately, not finding the stun as there's the counter rotation now from Depressed Kid, but he's out of mana, doesn't have even level 6. So it's going to be the kill onto Seiyu for Limp, and not much else in exchange. Bottom mid lane make it. Smiley Knight will run out of the jungle. Who needs boots when you can move at max move speed thanks to Shapeshift, and he finds a kill and even a stack.
Oh, wow. Double stun, though. What I think is interesting, by the way, is that I get why Lycan forgoes boots when he has like a big power spike like this, but I don't understand why people have decided that if you buy Helm, you can't buy boots, because Beastmaster's also not going for boots, and it's okay, you know, I get it. Helm is pretty good. You can reach people with it, but why is the choice always between Helm and boots? We'll see.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially because I think that 10 strength goes a long way thanks to the Shapeshift critical strike. Like, that's a big reason why I'm slightly dubious of straight Helm of the Overlord just right away for Lycan, just because stats are just so amazing on this guy. So
yeah, I'm dubious of it on Beastmaster. I think Beastmaster does benefit a bit more from boots. Because Lycan at least has the shapeshift. I'm okay, even as a pogo stick. Or sorry, the tumbler slowly. Oh no, they're fighting the Hellboys and he took it to Centaur. Smiling Knight, he forgot about this. It's like playing Enchantress.
Wait, what? He tried to bait out the roar?
We have the roar.
But there's a Centaur. So he's
and
not...
now we have the Stomp as well. Oh no, is Smiley Knight gonna die to his own creep, which he brought over for
Vanscore,
S4?
Vanscore does
No,
that better.
save him! Get the impale!
Oh.
He did it! Oh, Vanscore, so good. And since there's no boots on anyone here and they can't catch up to anything,
The
Illuminate comes up.
Illuminate
not gonna find
dodged
anyone.
by the Tumblr's toy. Gotta love me some fresh patch Dota, man. It hits the spot. It really hits the spot.
That was really funny. It's that moment where you realize, I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. Oh, wow. Well, S4, it's whoever uses Helm first loses, I guess, in this lane, so that's interesting.
Very true. Eventually, though, they'll both come off cooldown, and of course, now with the new upgrade.
Ah, he took it back?
He did. It's mine. It's mine again.
No. I think this is, however funny it is, it's actually a huge loss to Smiley Knight because he has no item now.
It is. They're going to get FNG top lane there. Obviously, very boring. Arena of Blood. Blech. I spit on it. Who cares?
Who cares?
We all care. It's about the Boar Wars here, isn't it?
Yeah. This Centaur's so confused. He doesn't know what side he's on. He used to be a neutral.
I'll tell you what. It's TI season again, and if you haven't already, please do go and watch all of the shorts, right? The animated shorts. They're one of the best parts about Dota 2. I got so hooked onto Dota because of a particular like very cursed thing. They're gonna go Hanskin,
by the way.
That's we're level 6 already. Goodness.
Yeah, Vanscore very powerful, maybe because Smiley Knight can't do much here.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's the boar.
Now
He's
they
back.
took him back again.
Hold up, though.
As
Limp is
for
coming.
he has the promo roar. Vanscore is definitely dead here if they want to. The question is how, and apparently the how is going to be a tree.
Down he goes. Oh, down he goes to the tree. This reminds me of a what was it? There was like a short film contest for TI5 specifically, where
Between the Enchantress and Chen.
Enchantress and Chen just stealing it over and over again, and now we've got that with Helm Rush on a carry and an offlaner. Very, very lovely stuff. Very lovely stuff.
Yeah, every neutral creep, they start out as Switzerland, right? And then they join one side or the other. But this neutral creep got the unique chance of being Italy for a while. So he's gonna love this this match. Let's see when they decide he's no longer useful.
I believe it's been the same Centaur as well.
Yeah, it has been the same Centaur.
You know, that's
because Smiley got committed to just retaking the Centaur.
I don't know why. I don't know why. You can take a different creep. Take a different creep. Take at least the Kobold form in mid lane. They're making a bit of a push here, at least threatening. Halfway towards the Blink Dagger now for Limp. No, there goes the tower. S4 is going to be able to claim this level 2 here of the Inner Beast. And of course, with the Helm, he's able to make very quick work of that tier 1. Top lane as well. Shotso free to push with his own wagon. As in the jungle, they do scout Nico Baby. They're going to scan him up as well. For now, Vanscore content to just kind of absorb experience. He's not going to block the camp. He might steal this last hit, though. Maybe he's just going to go for a kill. We'll see. He's waiting. Half duration left on Vendetta. As now there's the rotation from Nebraska. They're going to set up the stun. We need a bushwhack, though. Will it be here in time? Absolutely. Sharpshooter will find the kill. And this is exactly why these supports were so strong in 7.29D and why they're still incredibly strong now. As just ask Nico Baby. He's going to go down, as will his tier 1 top.
And Smiley Knight decided that the best use of his time is not to face the Beastmaster, who is going to beat him. That's why he's called the Beastmaster. You're but a wolf. But that kill on Nikolay really opens up the map. Anyway, the Lina factor is actually what's winning them the game here on Empire, because not even the fact that he won his lane, it's just that Lib needs to wait for that Blink Dagger to really rotate, right? So however strong S4 is, he's kind of alone in the space creation mission. Vanscore blocks the smoke. Not bad, actually. This early level 6 on Vanscore has been so crucial. And now he's going to die, unfortunately.
Not before it gets off a stun.
Maybe not.
I think the Boars will get him here. Shotso doing his best to rotate on through. He has the arena, but no time to use it. Avatos, Roar, and Kisses all utilized there. They'll hold down Limp momentarily. Knight is here.
You got very confused. I don't know if you saw how you started that fight, where you just took a moment to deliberate. What am I doing here? Why'd I shapeshift?
Shapeshift, and then he remembers, yes, I was put on this planet to farm Ancients. And there he goes. That's going to be Vlad's finished up now, and he is going to queue up immediately here for this Helm of the Overlord. His tower is going to be sieged in the meantime, slowly but surely, as there's going to be at least a stun onto Limp Invis, but it's scouted here by the sentry behind the tower. Down he will go, broken and killed off. Lots of nuke damage here for the Tiny, who's used to being able to shrug through the magic damage of Alina, but not when you pair the Vendetta as well as a Sharpshooter on top.
And he went for the very famous early level in Grow this game to get a bit of bonus armor, survive against Alina. but it's just not enough. Lina takes a bit too much damage. A Lina that's also doing the build we saw a lot in Eastern Europe, particularly in last season, which is Boots of Travel straight into that BKB. BKB not the be-all end-all this game, but you need it so Tiny can't just burst you, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think you also need it as well to some degree, as annoying as it is, so that FNG just doesn't just zone you out of fights completely. Because, I mean, if there's one thing that ranged heroes generally hate, but especially someone like Alina, because she's kind of mobile but very dependent on her spells, it's being outranged. And there's very few abilities in the game that have longer range than Mortar's Kisses, especially when they're so targeted and can be so precise. So yeah, but Tiny for sure as well. Both big threats here. We might see a smoke. We'll see. Nico Baby's got the point in the ultimate. You might want to wait for Maelstrom, but honestly, with Kisses up in 20 seconds, I think we could go hunting here.
We got the Overlord, by the way, for Lycan. So I would say maybe it's an Empire who wants to go hunting.
Okay.
What's the best Ancient creep that you can get?
You know why he did it here, Avo? It's so that, well, you can take my neutral creep, but you can't take my Ancient until you finish off your own.
Which is very dangerously close. So we're going to see that come into play soon.
Well, you take.
I guess Dragon is probably the best, honestly.
I would just take it, to be honest. Yeah, and he has. The team is smoked up, though, in the river. Arena of Blood is out. Limp still alive, just barely. And the stick charges, even the infused raindrops, going a long way towards keeping him alive. There's Kisses zoning around to Press Kid, which means that Vanscore will fall in the river. Here comes the shapeshifted Wolf, though, and the Dragon's on top. The Chrono catches two. There's no save here either, but there's also no damage from Nico Baby. He's going to find himself stunned. Can they get the kill onto him? Not quite, as they will at least get S4. In the meantime, Smiling Knight making sure to repay him for all his troubles in the bottom lane.
You try to kill Limp and then FNG alone with the Dragon. So the reason why I said Dragon was best is not because he just took the Dragons, because I genuinely do think that, at least early, Dragon is best. I find it hard to justify until later the Thunderhide, and definitely the Golem is not very good early when you want... You much rather have a Centaur, right? Because the Centaur stun is so valuable for a Lycan. But the Dragon helps you push the lanes easier, helps you farm faster, so I actually see a lot of value in this. And then Lycan's going for one of my favorite items, which is the drums, changing from the armor build, who got small buffs and actually very powerful for this kind of meta. It's exactly what I was speaking about yesterday on stream, which is that I think this counter meta comes with a complete different idea of Dota, and Lycan is going to be the king of this, with drums particularly. I am so happy, Smiling Knight. I feel so validated. You are so awesome. I honestly... And he went for boots! Oh!
I love it.
I cannot like this guy more.
I even get a little bit. He's not going to go into the power treads, but the boots alone, I think, are going to help him a lot, especially versus slows. And we have plenty of slows, speaking of which, right? Solar, in fact, almost everyone has a slow here, but the Tiny is the only one without a slow. Smoke play by Alliance. Right now, Vanscore in a great position to be breaking smokes as he's currently on the prowl for Nico Baby. The rest of the team was kind of walking on over. Smokes get broken, though, and Limp unable to make the jump in time.
That Dragon is threatening anyone. They cannot fight it. He has the extra armor from the Helm of the Overlord, his own aura as well, and a massive amount of damage. It's actually stronger than the supports right now.
I think they're, a lot of Ancient creeps are stronger than supports in the early game, though.
Yeah, I get it, Richie. I'm just saying, I think you can fight them.
I think there's a case to be made. I think this is a very niche case, maybe from like now until only 22 minutes, I would make this argument, where you take the Ancient Granite Golem, because we don't have a pipe builder on our team. No, just for the push, yeah, sure, but mostly for the extra little bit of HP. It's not as good as a pipe, right?
That's what I mean, though. That's for the pushing power that a pipe would usually.
Okay, then yes. Yeah. Sorry, I was not unclear, but yeah, because it's not going to be a lot for Alina, an extra 150 HP or something like that, 200, but maybe it's going to be enough, right? That's not as good as a pipe, but half a pipe right there.
Honestly, towards the mid game, I see that idea when they're all a bit tankier, right? Yeah. And it's a bit more higher value aura. Yes, I think Dragon's best early because honestly, that Fireball is too strong early. But I agree with you that maybe he swaps into that later.
All right, here's Helm the Overlord. It's off cooldown in 4 seconds.
Well, there's the Arena though, and the Arena finds nobody. Satchel actually in big trouble here. Satchel. Smiling Knight activates the shapeshift, but it's just too die. Actually gets caught in the chrono. That's a really good chrono. With the Mortimer's Kiss on top, he's still burning down. Smiling Knight will be able to get away though. Into the high ground he goes. He still has the PP, but he can't use it. Gets killed by the Snapfire Cookie. They do lose their carry in the process, but Alliance has got 3 kills. And they won't be able to finish off the Press Kid, but still a huge win for them. I cannot believe they actually put him on the cliff with the Blinding Light.
Yeah, it was Blinding Light. No, you're absolutely right. It was Blinding Light. That was unbelievable. That was actually unbelievable. Hanskin, if he just bumps him right up there, S4 is going to go ahead and take the Thunderhide for now, by the way. But I do look forward to seeing more shenanigans and stealing each other's creeps back and forth, playing with the cooldowns there.
I'm so excited about
But what great chrono. Great chrono. It's we still end up taking a death here. Or sorry, make that Nico Baby still ends up taking a death because of a nice bushwhack. That's the real problem, right? Without some sort of high mobility item for S4, I wouldn't really mind seeing a Blink Dagger, to be honest, to be able to cross chrono or to traverse chrono and try and lock down some of these enemies, because we could see the problem there, right? I don't think at this stage of the game, hold that thought, Van Score is going to walk up to the high ground here, trying his best to escape. It's a good reflect off as there's the break onto Limp, but the avalanche coming through, doing damage in bursts. He's going to be able to find the kill. S4, he's got the helm. He's just going to... No, okay. He's happy with his own Thunderhide for now.
To be honest, Thunderhide is so much higher value for Alliance's team than anything else, because you can buff the Voided Chrono.
Yep.
I mean, it's either that or Golem. I don't think Dragon does anything. You can Fireball and set the Chrono. Oh, big whoop, right? Yeah, it falls back now on Depresskid being a bit more the reliable carry, as the Lycan has been itemized as a pusher, right? And the Necronomicon Lycan essentially back again, just in a different format with the same idea. But Alliance is taking some really good team fights, and they're really playing well around Nico's Chrono. So they're kind of stopping Empire's push without even needing to actually defend the towers. They're just facing them before they get to the towers and forcing 5-on-5 engagements. It's well played by Alliance.
It is, yeah. We're kind of getting ready to go for a bit of a fight. That Hawk's going to let him know there's a ward on the high ground. I think that will get Empire to reevaluate this Roshan attempt. They did get a D-ward in. Alliance will D-ward right back. And with Hawks again, and just the general control that Alliance has around the Roche pit, they really need to find a good pick-off here before they could look for Roche, especially with 5 heroes alive. I think that's a no-go. Chrono's up in 15. They probably knew that Chrono was just coming off the cooldown, but they're going to take this opportunity to smoke instead. And that's a decent kill onto Hanskin. Shotshot with the blink forward instead. Limp going to counter initiate. In comes now Nico Baby. TPN on in. Chrono is in 2 seconds here. Just needs to find a good one. He's already lost one support though, as Shotshot is going to be traded away. Van Score is going to be the second to fall, as out comes the Chrono now again, catching the Lina and the Smiling Knight. Look at him. He even avoids the bushwhack with the move speed, but just doesn't have the damage for the kills. Depresskid will pop the BKB now. Stuns up Limp. Finds himself slightly blocked by the Wolves, but will be able to get himself at least, oh no, into the Roche pit, but into the fire here. The LSA will find 2. They're going to try and at least trade away Limp. Broken, but still alive. He's good to go. Nico Baby on the offensive. Did go ahead and time walk through the pit for the Squirrel, but thinks better of it. Instead, we'll back and let the team do Roche. Actually, they're not going to Roche.
No, they're going to just leave and continue farming. I don't think Empire's draft is a draft where you can make too many mistakes with, and the last 2 fights, I think, were mistakes. Very well proposed by Alliance. You're fighting into Chrono, you're fighting into Primal Roar, you're fighting into a Tiny that's active, right? Once he has Blink Dagger, Echo Saber. It is tough to propose these fights, and your initiation has not been too great. We haven't seen a single, like, outstanding arena, I think, the whole game. We have seen arenas, we just haven't seen anything that was like, wow, you know? Lycan, I also feel like his shapeshifts are quite wasted. We used to see Lycan is playing a lot where you wait for your team to initiate and you shapeshift in, right, as your team is like getting it ready into the fight. And I feel like maybe Smiling Knight needs to swap his gears and go for that build, because right now he's just getting caught in the beginning of the fight way too easily.
Yeah, very true. We do have Roshan available now, and now we know for sure there's no Chronosphere for about another minute. Level 2, that was a level 1 Chronosphere actually. Nico Baby not putting any additional points into Chrono early on, despite the now cooldown focus. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up. But, okay, I don't think 10 seconds would really make would have made, pardon me, too big of a deal here, but we shall see. As Empire now with a Solar Crest doing Roche fairly quickly here, especially thanks to that Mame. Limp ready to initiate from above, though, as there's going to at least be vision thanks to the boars. Kid still going through Roche at a decent pace, but Limp ready for the jump now. Oh, but they get him. Shotshot is going to find him, spear him to the wall. His kiss is raining down now. Will force Shotshot back a little bit, but Limp gets the Force Staff up from his allies as Aegis is claimed here by Empire into the inventory of Depresskid. Lycan just went for a little bit of a run. He got some zoomies, so he went around the Roche pit, and he scared off the rest of Alliance, but Alliance unwilling to fight without the Chronosphere ready to go.
Oh, but he's going to walk into a smoke. No. Nice. He detected the snow. Avalanche in time, but the stun from the Centaur will actually stop the potential roar. Never mind. They had enough time to catch up to him. Even the neutrals are on Lycan's side.
Oh, Depresskid, what are you doing here? There's a 4-man gang.
Score 2?
He's got BKB.
Okay, he fights his back. He's double damage. There's the arena for FNG missing the spear. FNG just actually
great cookie.
Vaults over the arena. On point.
As for
I think Depresskid might be No, he blinks in time. Avalanche, Limp, catching up to him.
Toss.
Facebook slows him with the Echo Saber, toss the tree, and that's going to be enough to get rid of his Aegis.
Uh-oh. No BKB when he comes back. No Lycan for 20 seconds. They're just going to have to abandon him.
Yeah, they cookie right into him. The press kit's going to die. The overconfidence of Empire got punished heavily by Alliance. And we're actually seeing Limp going for the supports now as well. Thinking of killing Sayu. A bit harder for him though. Blink Dagger's available in 3 seconds. They force him to break the tree. That's pretty clever actually. But they won't be able to catch up to anyone here. Still a huge win for Alliance. An unnecessary one, I'd say.
I don't know how... I didn't see how Depresskit even ended up there, to be honest. I assume he TP'd to the tier 1 tower in an effort to help the Lycan. But he just kept running up. It's DD Rune active, sure, BKB at the ready, okay, but there was 4 or 5 heroes there from Alliance. You saw them. Very bold play. Very bold play. And Alliance, they do well. There's blood in the water now. And, well, they're going to be able to take a tier 2 tower off the back of that Aegis and the kill onto Lina, despite having to just kind of relinquish control over Roshan. So basically, they've just reset this. Now we have Chronosphere ready to go. Nico Baby's punching a bit harder now thanks to the S and Y, as well as actually Pupil's Gift. Okay, Alliance are in a really good spot here. It was starting to look a little bit bad. You said 2 bad fights in a row for Empire. Sure, they're not going to spell doom and disaster, especially because they did get an objective off the back of it. Are we going to chrono this? Nico Baby? No. We will not. Oh, but he is going to permabash the Thunderhide.
Yeah. Yeah, Alliance has the reins of this match. I don't... Unlike the Bloodseeker, who I just think has a bit of a lifetime, or a better lifespan than Lycan, I don't think this time you have much of a lifespan on Empire. You really are a pushing draft. And Lina does become weaker and weaker the more this game goes, and the easier it is to catch her with Beastmasters, Hawks, with the Tiny's existence, you know, Void.
Arena mid. It's gonna be kill. Just supports drop in.
Yeah, just supports drop in.
It's good kills. Caught both of them somehow. But just good kills here as Alliance. They're more interested in pushing. They're not too interested in the split pushing game. They want to make sure that they can continue to push their advantage. And now with the squirrel missing for 17 seconds, I do believe this tower is going down. Look at this attack speed. Ooh, looks like a turbo mode tower. That thing melted.
Yep. What, is turbo mode towers are weaker?
Oh yeah. Very weak. They don't have as much armor. I think their HP is reduced as well. Yeah, so there's some gimmick in Turbo that just makes them die pretty much instantly.
I don't play Turbo, so I don't play real Dota. No, I play Ability Draft instead. Limp is Nick at this BKB done, and now he's going to be able to jump Lina with having a much easier time. The Presskit though, trying to
jump in the Lina. Bold play.
I mean, right now, this is when I think the risk is justified. You have to time dilation and first. Yep. Stun himself. Time dilation's your ally, Nico. He could catch up to Smiling Knight though. Easy kill. Okay. Not what I was expecting at all.
Was that just a roar? Yeah. What? And he just. I must have been like an avatar to put him out of position. Sure, but I'm surprised S4 is getting off all of these like really high impact roars with no blink deck, just boots, just brown boots, and pig pole, I guess. It's pig pole, man. I mean, Pigpole is strong, but I mean, Power has a good enough range, and they're just finding Empire in just very bad positions right now. Like, I get it. Right now is the moment where these risks are justified, but you put yourself in this position as well by taking unnecessary risks earlier. Oh, wow. All right, he's out for blood here. Did not waste a second. He's going to be able to get this kill into Van score thanks to a nice triple bash towards the end. Very skillful, but immediately throws down that chrono. He's not wasting any time here. Wow, that's to send a message.
You know what they say, you know, when Nico Abbey smells blood, he has to chase it, because if you stop swimming, he dies.
Yeah,
so it's a big deal.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. You have to be aggressive. You have to chase him out of the game. As he's looking to chase Depresskit away from the lane, will be successful despite not hitting him. That's Eye of Scotty finished now, by the way, for our Faceless Void. So the rest of his team was just shoving mid lane a bit. Smiling Knight, though, not really having a whole lot of impact here in this game, unfortunately. 3-3-3 now on the Lycan, but it's been, what, 2 very quick back-to-back deaths for him now. In the same camp, in the same exact camp.
Nope. Empire. Oh, and we'll see you here. Put an Arena of Blood here for Handskin. Hopefully they can kill him with a Lacuna Blade. Okay, at least they got rid of the Kato. Limbus is forced to TP from a Roar to get S4 out of the way. They didn't hit him with a cookie, but nice. They actually caught him there with the Impale before he could get away, which means S4 could be a potential cure here. A valuable one, finally, for Empire. Not enough to bring back into this game, but a small start, especially if you can also kill Grandma.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple more here. I think it's going to be 3 total now that FNG drops. And a really nice smoke maneuver there. That all starts because of Shotshot. I think he makes a huge play, a solo smoke, and he's going to find a great wraparound here into his own triangle, catching 3 heroes off guard. Limp was standing on the high ground, just kind of daring anyone to come out to the high ground. This is a kill, Nico baby. They're just going to get him with a spear. Oh no, there's no Laguna Blade. No Laguna Blade for 5 seconds, and the permastun's not there. Faceless Void quite tanky now with all these stats. Thought they had him for a second, but they'll at least knock down the tier 2 tower. And Team Empire still signs of life in this game, especially now with Daedalus on the Lina. But yeah, great play by Shotshot as he really enables that one basically all by himself and kind of isolates Limp very awkwardly. Limp's got no choice but to BKB and TP away, and the fight just falls apart there from Alliance.
Okay. Shotshot. He's going to try to get another initiation. These arenas have been better now. They've actually been putting the pedal to the metal to a degree. And actually putting pressure on Alliance. Let's see if it works or if it's a bit too late now. We do have a shapeshift in a second.
Smiley Knight, this is a bad spot. We've got bad history here, but maybe Nico baby.
Yes. They can change it though.
He's got Chrono.
Nico baby, impale. Okay, they have the arena. They impale into the wall, but they need more damage, and they actually have to just get rid of Nico baby. He still has the Chrono available. They're gonna kill Hanskin, but the cost right now of a potential Lycan, Nico baby doesn't want to use the Chrono until he sees Smiley Knight.
Lina's here. She BOT's in.
She did.
She has to
Oh,
fight.
they have a perfect Chrono here, and they do get the Lycan, just barely though. And FNG actually cookies himself into the Chrono. That's put the Presskit first. Nico baby not strong enough. The Presskit will win the mano a mano, and the Presskit with that BKB, he's too strong. Nobody can bring him down. Someone needed to stop him. He's just gonna get 2 free kills. Screw the Lycan. Who cares about him? Lina's online, much like Alliance when they're good.
Wow, I didn't think that I didn't think that that was gonna go well. I saw the Presskit TP in, and then he kind of scurried into the trees, and I went, oh no, this is not good at all. But Alliance must have not scouted the Lina there. Gets off just a huge LSA just before Chrono connects. Really good play. I thought that was looking so bad for Empire. Smiley Knight just chases the coddle around basically all fight. But an absolutely crucial LSA, I think, really is a game changer there. An unfortunately timed cookie from FNG. And just like that, that's going to be Barracks versus Smiley Knight. They're going to try and at least burst through to Press Kid, but he's going to be kept alive. Blink Dagger in a second. He's good to go. The tier 3 tower, first tier 3 tower of the game, is actually going to go the way of Empire. And the Barracks. They get only ranged, but still. Take another look at that fight. Yeah, she BOT'd in. They must have not seen her. I assume they must have not seen the Lina. Kind of just surprised her there. Surprised them all in the trees. Couldn't have been a better LSA, though. And then just blinking away in time. Really great stuff from Depressed Kid, man. His Lina is no joke.
Yeah, honestly. That's why they've always banned the Invoker and the Lina for this guy. Like, these 2 heroes, he's just a step above the rest. He's a good on other heroes, right? But look, these 2 heroes just stands out. His positioning is really good. And he also knows when he can just stand and fight. Lina's not like Drow, where you get into her range and she just dies. Lina does have a couple of options unless you just fight directly against you. And the Presskit is reading the game well when he has to use the BKB, fight head-on against the Beastmaster. I think they need to reserve either Chrono or Pomodoro against him. That Chrono by Nico baby was a bit desperate. I get where it was coming from, though. It did catch the Lycan, so it wasn't bad. But it was definitely a desperate Chrono of not being able to jump against both of them.
Yeah. Might have been a kill if we had kisses and if he could hit them, but...
Yep.
Without BKB, that's not going to be an option. And Nico baby going in for this kind of unkillable type of void where he does not go for BKB, just tons and tons of stats here. Okay, Spore in trouble. Arena's going to be erected around him. Good stun here, but they've actually reflected a ton as well. There's going to be the roar, holding down Shotshot as the Tiny making the jump now onto the Lina, but not enough damage now, especially with BKB active. She's going to live through it. Vanscore in the meantime has now, with his death, released 4. Chrono's ready. Nico baby cannot find the opportunity to let it rip though. Try as he might, especially with these time walks. Nope, I don't think. Toss him. Do we have vision? He's going to go up to the high ground, the blink away from Lina. No,
you know what Nico baby needs? He needs a shard. He needs that shard. Multiple times, he's just barely short of being able to jump on them. Like this time, he had the extra range from shard. He would have gotten a perfect Chrono. He needs shard. It needs to happen.
I agree. I agree. You know, right now, he's like a shark. That's fine and all. But imagine a shark with like a prop engine behind it, you know?
Like a motor. Yeah.
Like a motor. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's the shard.
There's
like,
the shard.
I need shard.
I need shard.
What,
okay.
did he just give it to Limp?
No.
Nico baby. I mean, on one hand, I appreciate the selflessness,
Chrono?
and now he just finds Lina. Is this enough damage to kill her? Yes. They
Okay.
gave the shard to Limp. Interesting. So Limp is going to start being the carry Tiny now.
I thought for sure if there was someone that's not going to take Shard other than Nico Baby, I thought for sure it'd be S4. I think these Hawks are huge. They're so good.
Yeah, they both should buy shard, please. We have Will-O-Wisp though. That's pretty big. Satchel has been slowed. Hit him with the cookie. The scatter blast for extra slow. Activates BKB.
Sees
He's
Limp.
like, all right, I'm out of here. There's no dasher or anything, so.
Nope, just trees. Just trees to hit him with. All right. Well, that was a Chrono Sphere. They finally managed to find Depresskit, though. He's been actually quite sneaky around the map with his split pushing, thanks to basically just Blink Dagger alone and high move speed on the Lina. So he's been making it work. Limp, he's got for more, though, as the toss is going to toss Smiley Knight to his own army, and he's going to go ahead and well, just roll out with the boys. Oh, but Nico Baby is here, and he's looking to perma-stun him. Smiley Knight just looking to try and run now, as they will reflect at least a stun onto Nico Baby. So go forward, get the cookie aggressively used as they really look to force Smiley Knight out of the base. Nico Baby onto Vanscore now. He's got Spike Herped in a second, but the kisses out from FNG are not going to allow him to use it. Nico Baby, he sees what he came for here. It's Smiley Knight. The Smiley Knight says, yeah, you want to chase me a bit more into the fountain, maybe? Nico Baby instead will hit towers.
When you can't skewer them into the fountain, just try to make them chase you. That thing that was a Smiley Knight strategy.
They chased him far, to be honest. They would have chased him.
Oh, Satchel. They're going for Coddle. Hanskin still has the Will-O-Wisp, so that means no Willows for this fight. Pretty big deal, actually. Nico Baby, there's the Primal Roar for the Lina. They need the damage for her. The BKB does preventing some of this damage. Good pushback as well, but Nico Baby is fighting among them. And Vanscore is going to die. Smiley Knight, and actually in a very precarious position. They need one more stun or one more jump, but they're a bit afraid of going forward. They're just going to let him go as they settle for the Nyx support.
Yeah, Nyx support in exchange there for the Coddle. A pretty good fight, though, for Alliance, considering that they took that without Chronosphere. I think as funny as it was to see Nico Baby kind of just run down Smiley Knight underneath his tier 4 towers, I think the biggest thing he was doing there was making sure that of all the duration that we had on Shapeshift, he was just running away with it. We could see he almost just dies because he can't get around in these fights. Brown Boots alone, not enough mobility here versus Alliance, or sorry, versus Alliance, generally speaking. They don't have a Lion, they're just Alliance.
Now they're going to go, and with the Chrono, capable of taking tier 3. Now there's a big threat. The Shapeshift is available. But I think Chrono's a bigger threat than Shapeshift, to be honest.
Yes.
Shapeshift just kind of allows Lycan to exist. Butterfly now, and Nico Baby refusing to buy the shard, by the way. He's committing to this.
Okay, okay. We've got a bit of damage, though, for Lina. Enchanted Quiver is True Strike, right, on this projectile? So if you crit on it, ooh, that's a lot of damage. MKB is queued up eventually. Yeah, I mean, there we go, 747 damage.
No, bring down Mars. And he's dead. That's goodbye to Satchel.
Didn't have Arena, didn't have BKB. Nico Baby ready to go with Chrono.
Oh, they hit it with a Hex, though. Nico Baby is not very bothered by this any longer, it seems like. Are they going to go for the triple racks? I guess you can. Walk into the base like a true Chad. Oh, there's the BKB. Stopping the Primal Roar. Limp the carry from behind, attacking the creep rather than Mars. Hitting him with a cleave, finally finishing off Satchel. As we missed the Chrono, it's okay. No
Zoning
pause
Chrono.
this time. Zoning Chrono, yep. That's Limp. Go forward. Depresskit. No, the Hex for Limp. They hit him with a Laguna Blade. A lot of damage from Depresskit. Somebody needs to save Limp. Almost gonna die to the auto text. Oh, the Glimmer Cape! There's no vision, and Smiley Knight died in the backlines. Vanscore is well falling. Light Strike race for Nico Baby, but he does have that butterfly, so Sayu does nothing against him. Neither does Alina. In fact, with Mortimer's kisses, Nico will just jump in, kill off the Depresskit, and force out the GG.
He's even going to live. He's even going to live, the Madman. GG well played. Alliance, they're going to be able to take game number 1.